Hello everybody, welcome back to another mathematics video. Today we will be exploring the world of converting units of measurement, and we'll be looking at converting units of mass and converting between units of volume. So let's head straight into it. So when we talk about mass is the amount of matter in an object. Matter is something that takes up space. So the primary units in the metric system for mass are grams, which is we use G, kilograms, kg, and milligrams, mg. So these are the ones that we generally use, but we have others, but we don't really use those. So in the exam, these are the units that you will see. So today we want to convert between these three units, and we will use a similar approach to one that you should be familiar with if you looked at the last video and we converted units of length. So let's look at the first example. The first example says, convert 2.5 kg to grams. So let's use the same mnemonic that we use for units of length, which says, many Chinese danced, many days Hong Kong. So, but instead of this meters here, I will replace the middle meter with grams. And instead of mm, this will be mg. But all the others will remain the same. So we are converting from kg to grams. So we see we're converting from k, so we put the 1 over the k, and we put 0 until we reach grams. So this will be 0, 0, 0. So we see 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. So this will be 2.5 multiplied by, because we see the 1000 is normal. So 2.5 multiplied by 1000, and we see this will just give us 2.5. We see we have to move the point 3 times to the right, so we jump 1, 2, 3. So this will simply be 2500 grams. So 2.5 kg to grams would be 2500 grams, using the same mnemonic that we use for units of length, just that we replace, instead of meters in the middle, we will replace that meters with grams, because grams is in the middle and meters is in the middle for length. Just that simple addition. And also we put, instead of mm, we say mg. So just one mnemonic you need to remember, and you can convert between any units of mass. Let's look at another example. We want to convert 325 kg to mg. So let's start off with the mnemonic. Many Chinese danced, many days Hong Kong. So of course we'll replace the m with g, and we put the g next to the mg. So we see we are converting from kg and we're going to mg. So we put the 1 over the kg, and we put zeros until we reach mg. So we can say 1 kg is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So that would be 1 million mg. mg. So to convert 325 kg, that would be, we multiply that by a million to give us a very large number. So this would be 325 multiplied by 1 million. And if you know the beauty about mathematics, this will simply just give us, we just add in the zeros. This will simply give us 325 million. And that is as easy as that. I use that big number to show you that it's very simple to convert between any of the three units that we use for mass. So let's look at another example. Now we want to convert 2.5 grams to kilograms. So we use the mnemonic again. Many Chinese danced, many days Hong Kong. So we replace M with G. I just add on the G here. So we convert it from grams and we are going to kilogram. So we put zeros until we reach kilograms. And just like in the units of length, we see we have the 1000 back to front. So that means instead of multiplying by the 1000, we will divide by that 1000. So we can say 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. So 2.5 divided by 1000 would be, because it's back to the front, this 0 carry the point back here, this 0 carried back here, this 0 carried back here. So we put zeros here. So this will be equal to 0.0025 kg. And that is how we convert 2.5 grams to kg. Let's continue with another example. So let's say we have 54,000 mg and we want to convert that to g, which is grams. So we start off with the mnemonic again. Many Chinese danced, many days Hong Kong. So we replace the M with G and we add on the G here. So this will be, we're converting from mg to grams. So this will be, put a 1 over the mg and we put zeros until we reach G. So we see we have to divide by 1000. So we can say 1 grams is equal to 1000 milligrams. So this will be 54,000 and we divide by the 1000. So when we divide by 1000, this 0 cancels out with that 0, this 0 cancels out with that 0, this 0 cancels out with that 0. So this will be equal to 54 grams. And that is how we convert between units of mass using the same mnemonic and the same principle, and we can convert between any. So now let's move on to converting between units of volume. So for the units of volume, first of all, volume measures the amount of space an object occupies. So as long as you have an object and it takes up space, we can calculate the volume of that object. So the common metric units for volume include liters, milliliters, and cubic centimeters. And also we also have centimeters cubed, that is understated, and km cube and so on. But the main ones that we use would be these here. So we'll be converting between these units of volume. So there are three things we want to remember. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. So really and truly, we can use the many Chinese dance, many days Hong Kong to convert between liters, just that we'll have to replace the M with L. But for this set of conversion volume, we'll use these three simple conversion rates to remember. So 1 L is equal to 1000 ml, 1 ml is equal to 1 cm cube, and 1 liter is equal to 1000 cm cube. So these are the three things you want to remember. 1 L equal 1000 ml, 1 ml equal 1 cm cube, and 1 liter equal 1000 cm cube. So we want to convert from milliliters to liters. So we have 2,500 milliliters and we want to convert this to liters. ml to L. So we see ml is the smaller unit as compared to the liters. So we'll have to divide by this 1000. So this will be 2,500 divided by 1000. So this 0 cancels with that 0, this 0 cancels with that 0, this 0 will carry the point back here. So this will be equal to 2.5 liters. Let's look at another example. We want to convert 3 liters to milliliters. So once again, we are using the same conversion rate, but in this case, we are converting from a larger unit to a smaller. So that means we have to multiply. So this will be 3 multiplied by 1000 in this case. So this will give us 3000 milliliters. And that is how we convert between liters to milliliters. Because liters would be the larger, we have to multiply to get to milliliters. Let's look at another example. In this example, we want to convert 670 milliliters to liters. So once again, we are using the same conversion rate, but in this case, we are converting from milliliters to liters. So milliliters is the smaller of the unit. So to convert, we have to divide by the 1000. So this will be 670 divided by 1000. So this 0 cancels with that 0. This 0 will bring the point back here. And this 0 bring the decimal point here. So this is equal to 0.67 liters. And that is how we convert that. So to conclude, I will leave these few tips. When we are converting units, the first thing we want to do, we want to identify the units we are converting from and what we are going to. And this will help us to determine whether we multiply or divide. So we use the mnemonic table and we identify the thing we are converting from and put zeros until we reach the number, until we reach the unit we are converting to. And this will help us to determine whether we divide or multiply. If the number, if the conversion rate is back to the front, we know we divide. If it's normal, we multiply. And the next thing to remember, if we are converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit, we divide. And if you're converting from a larger unit to a smaller unit, for example, from km to mm, we multiply. And if you're converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit, we divide. For example, if you're converting from cm to m, we will divide. And with that, it has brought us to the end of this video of conversion. And I trust you now have a good understanding of converting between units of volume and units of mass. I'll see you until the next video.